Hi, friends. I'm Katie.
And I'm Lauren, and welcome to Okay, But Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today we're recapping and chatting about Bob's Burgers, Season 12, Episode 11, Touch of Evaluations, and Episode 12, Ferry on My Wayward Bob and Linda. Let's start off with our synopsis for Episode 12, Touch of Evaluations. The Belcher kids get to school and all of the teachers are being oddly kind to the students. The students find out they get to turn in anonymous evaluations, and the teacher with the highest approval gets a closer parking space. Louise realizes the students can get the day they always wanted and convinces her fellow students to hold on to the evaluations until the end of the day. The teachers let the kids take control and do what they're told, all in hopes their evaluations get them the prize. Louise tries to get Miss LeBons to change a recent grade, and she refuses, so Louise rates her lowly on the evaluation. She finds out that LeBons was only trying to motivate Louise with the low grade, and she feels bad for her evaluation. She then tries to get to the evaluation back, but is unable to, so she uses the PA system to give a better review. Meanwhile, Mort visits Bob's Burgers, and the conversation of funerals and wills comes up. They admit they haven't prepared any of their end-of-life plans. Mort offers to help the Belchers make their death plans while the restaurant is slow. Bob and Linda struggle to agree on how they'd like to be laid to rest. What did you get for the vacant storefront?
Remembrance of Ding's past furniture repair.
A play on a Remembrance of Things Past, a common English language translated title of Marcel Proust's 1913 novel. I can't say that. I know I can speak a little bit of French, but I don't know how to say that one word. So we're just not going to butcher that this time.
Fair.
And Pest Control Truck.
Gone silver fishing.
A play on Gone Fishing.
I hate it.
All right. And the burger of the day.
Throw to Cardamama from the Train burger?
A play on the 1987 movie Throw Mama from the Train. What were they doing in the 80s?
Apparently killing a lot of moms.
And cocaine.
Yeah, that too.
So our title is a reference to the 1958 film noir Touch of Eval. Kevin Kline wrote the music and lyrics for the end credits songs I'll Be Around.
Okay.
I love Kevin Kline. Like, he is really fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think he just does this for fun, to be honest.
Honestly. Yeah, this is a passion project for him. He's not really in this for the money, although I'm sure the money doesn't hurt.
Oh, I'm sure. This episode premiered on the 11th anniversary of the series premiere.
Okay.
Bob and Linda do not interact with their kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the entire
at all.
episode. Yeah.
Bob mentions going into Mort's crematorium before and stating that it's the opposite of resting in peace, referring to how he goes into Mort's crematorium in Weekend at Mort's, falls asleep in a closed coffin, and wakes up to his kids attacking the closed coffin while thinking they're attacking a zombie.
Yep.
And a list of Louise's previous misbehavior in the flashbacks of Miss LeBons calling her out include riding the janitor's mop bucket in the halls using the mop to steer, ordering pizza and paying the delivery guy during class, stashing water balloons in a locker, taping Andy and Ollie Pesto to the announcement bulletin board. I love Louise. Sculpting a statue out of herself of mashed potatoes on a cafeteria table.
You know what? Honestly, props. That's hard to do.
Right. Performing outside the school in a gold-painted jacket and a top hat with a boombox.
Mm-hmm.
And holding a sign on the window during class that reads, "Call priest, teacher possessed." I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I had fun with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9.
I have 7. You're going first.
I had fun with this one.
I see.
Punching in for another day of unpaid child labor before we go home and do more unpaid child labor.
That's a lot of high, Ms. LeBons.
We've just been too busy or tired. All the time tired.
On my last report card, you said, don't quit your day job, but this is my day job.
It feels like we're kind of taking advantage of the system. Yeah, isn't it great?
I wrote a review that a barista got fired for spelling my name with an I.
All right, making plans for being dead.
Maybe it'll be fun. I doubt it.
And remember, this isn't life or death. It's just death.
They might have first names, but no one knows what they are.
Is Antichrist hyphenated? No, it's one word.
Damn it, I had that one too. It's the first of the month somewhere.
The old die and dash.
I'm out of lines.
I've noticed that anger and vengeance really get your motor running. I'm afraid books are going to miss me when I finish reading them.
That's a solid fear to have.
That's why we don't read them and they sit on our shelves.
Exactly. They just sit on our shelves and they collect dust. That way they don't miss us because we never interact with them.
They won't miss us because they don't get us.
Well, you know, I had I gave some of my books field trips this weekend. Because they got to go with me.
And you brought some home.
I got to rehome some books because I bought them from the people that made them. And then I didn't
To our book club members, though, you did get, or for our previous book club members, though, you did get to meet, oh my God, Lucy Undying.
Oh, yes, I did. I got to meet Kirsten White, and I did mention the podcast. Because
What did she say?
Pointed out, well, because the copy, because here's the thing, a little part of me wanted to get my pretty special edition signed, but I was like, you know what? I'm not lugging a hardcover into Manhattan. So I instead, because Lauren is crazy, and this is a case of I am crazy because I do have 4 editions of Lucy Undying.
That's valid. I have like 6 copies of Aragon. I don't judge anybody.
I have the ebook, but they're not even different editions. I have the ebook, I have the audiobook, 'cause that's how I read it the first time. I bought the hardcover because it was pretty, and then I bought the paperback because I'm not annotating the hardcover. So the edition that I brought was the paperback because that was also easier, and it still had my annotations in it. And when she went to go sign it, she's like, I love when I see annotations in books. And I was like, so I mentioned, I was like, no, I did this because of my podcast. So I said, if you pay attention, there's a good chunk in there where there's nothing because I had to switch to the audiobook because I was driving for a few days. But yes, I did get to meet Kirsten Weiss. I got to take my copy of Lucy Undying on a little field trip.
That you annotated for the podcast.
I annotated. And like, I think I told you, it was one of those times where this is one of the few times where I met an author where I knew the book so well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just telling her, I was like, this really is one of my favorite books. I mentioned that like I read it basically. It's my new spooky season read every year. And I was like, I love that it's, you know, it's both funny, like, and in the same page. I was like, it's both so funny and it's like sometimes like deeply profound. And she's like, thank you for saying that. Cause you always wonder, like, it's like, I don't know. Like, I think I'm funny. I was like, trust me,
I love it so much.
And I'm the line that I mentioned was, it was like, you know, if you think vampires are impossible, tell me how you can click buttons on a screen that doesn't exist and call someone a million miles away. That was like one of my favorite. She's like, that's one of my good lines. She's like, so I very rarely quote people's books at them. But like,
yeah. Now, if I ever meet Margaret Owen, it's happening. I can quote her books to her. I keep rereading those books so much. I can't help it. They're just like they're so good. They're so good. And I have not bought the third. I have not bought a copy of the 3rd book. I only have the first 2.
Okay, you're getting one. I have it. It's in my possession.
I'm not buying a copy of the 3rd book. It's okay. I still have to send you your gift. We're good. Watch us just both wait until we see each other again.
We just suck at going to the airport. Going to the airport. We will suck at going to the airport. We do suck at going to the airport because we don't want to.
I want to see you so bad because I really would like to make it like maybe a once a year thing because it's not easy to visit each other, but like at least once a year, you know, like at least attempt it. And I've just reached that point. I'm like, am I just going to start collecting things that I'm going to have to fly with to bring to Lauren?
Probably. Please. Probably. Well, here's the thing.
Not the stock pot. Not the stock pot.
I was going to say, if I'm not flying, feel free to bring the stock pot.
And the Duke's mayo.
Duke's mayo. You can get it through security.
That'd be funny. Oh, my camera decided to be mean again.
No, camera.
I don't know what it's doing. It doesn't know it. There it goes. Loki, stop it. Sorry. Now my cat's scratching at my damn chair.
There you go.
He doesn't. If I don't let him in the room, he'll just scratch at the door the entire time, and then that's all everybody's gonna hear the entire time. Yep. He has claimed me, but so I enjoy this episode for both aspects because I think talking about death is funny. Like to the point, I was driving home. What was it? Yesterday or the other? I was driving. I think yesterday, and I got behind one of those big trucks that carry other cars.
Mm-hmm.
It was full of hearses.
That's kind of hilarious.
I loved it. I was like, it's a car full of hearses. I'm like, it's a truck full of hearses. I want one. I got really excited. Of course, my child's like, why are you excited for this? And I'm like, you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's my Morticia dream.
Like, I know. This episode, I think I'm going to have more fun talking about it than I did watching it.
That's fair.
Because this one, I do also enjoy it because as a Jew, I enjoy talking about death. We do that a lot.
Is it more to Jew? Wait.
I mean,
What's Jewish?
I mean, it's the because I mean, you think about it. He does a lot of stuff that is not common to the Jewish faith, being you know a mortician who does cremations because we don't cremate our dead usually.
Do you think it's because he's offering the service?
Possibly. It's like because like I just because like my head is just like mortician, the person who handles like the funeral director is not necessarily the one doing the funeral. Like you're gonna have like a last rites, you're gonna have a clergyman of some kind, whatever your you know denomination is, you're gonna have that. So like the you know religious affiliation of the person handling the body doesn't really matter as long as they you know respect the wishes and the customs. That's all that matters.
Because y'all have like Shiva and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we as a culture are just
have a very interesting process for death.
We're very morbid. Well, because with death, the way, but like it's both. We have very interesting customs when it comes to death, but also because it's both for the sake of dignity of the deceased, but also for the family. Because traditionally, you're gonna have that funeral as soon as possible because you cannot start Shiva until you've said the mourner's Kaddish at the funeral and the body has been buried. So you are essentially it's in service of the family that they can begin to mourn as quickly as possible.
Because I don't know the process of Shiva, and I don't remember if we've had that lesson or not.
I don't think we
know
have.
It's a lot,
I don't understand.
But I know it's a lot.
I don't entirely understand. It's a lot. I don't entirely understand all of it.
I've seen some of the Shiva representation of it in media, like, and I think I can't remember where I watched where it was good because they like shrouded the body or something, and someone had to stay with the body.
I don't know about that part.
I don't know about the part. You never know with what's shown in media.
I'll be the first to admit that, like, I don't know everything. My understanding when it comes to like Jewish burial rites and with mourning, I actually learned this at my the most recent funeral I went to is where the rabbi who was my friend's father finally said, we consider it a mitzvah to bury our own, which is why we throw the dirt onto the grave. We cover it first, and then they put down whatever like protective thing the cemetery does, and then we put in the rest of it, and we don't stop until the whole mound is gone. So there's that. We say the mourner's Kaddish. That's when Shiva can officially begin. It lasts for 8 days because everything lasts for 8 days. Yeah. It's basically to make sure like you're running from Shabbos to Shabbos. That's how that works. And it's, you know, you're wearing black. You're shrouding all of the mirrors, any reflective surfaces. You're not any reflective surfaces.
Oh, that's where that's from.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm learning something.
So there's no it's like there's no vanity. Like you're really not even supposed to like brush your teeth sometimes. That's kind of gross. But like you just
I don't know if I can
supposed to just kind of focus on the morning. Like you don't sit on you're not supposed to sit on a surface that's like higher than like 6 inches off the ground or something. I don't understand that one either. But like when you're in Shiva, it's basically like you're in like a week-long Shabbos. You don't really do much of anything.
Do you think it gives people space to mourn?
I think that's the point. A lot of stuff with Judaism is meant to give you time to reflect. Like that's also kind of like the point of Shabbos, of Shabbat, is like you there's no work, you use no technology, you're supposed to have time to, you know, commune with your religious community, with your family, have togetherness time. The fact that you can't cook is, I mean, Jews have adapted and they have their own dishes that we do that you can make, or that like you with now technology with stuff that can be left on like crock pots and things like that. It's different, but ironically, because we're such a food focused,
I
culture,
really find your culture is very interesting. I actually really admire that though, of like you guys always seem to have a way to make sure you're always taking care of yourself and your own and your people. Like, well,
that's also a thing.
And the reflection is a big deal. Like looking into yourself.
Yeah, and the thing with Shiva, especially like traditionally, if you are sitting Shiva, if you are doing the thing of sitting Shiva, that is why people will come to make a Shiva call, and usually they will bring food. That's all. I think that's part of it. Is you're
fed already. You're already fed.
You don't need to worry about cooking. I mean, honestly, with modern Jews that aren't super observant, they're probably going to use their microwave. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. You got to eat.
But the community,
a lot of it is historical tradition too. Like things that you can't really keep to as the same as you would have in ancient times or like older times. Like
exactly.
A lot of these things are steeped in just history.
like people that are like when they're sitting shiva, they're probably not doing like the strict Shabbos laws. Like they're not like leaving their lights on constantly because you can't turn them on and off. They're probably not dealing with the whole thing of like you can't have your fridge turn on the light. Have I explained that to you?
You can't have your fridge. Wait.
So like
what?
in general Shabbos. So modern fridges,
no electricity. I remember that. Like you're not supposed to touch or do things.
You can't create electricity. So yeah, you can't create electricity. So technically speaking, opening the fridge turns on the light. That is technically disallowed. Modern fridges have Shabbos settings that mean the light just stays off. Like
That's
you like before Shabbos
I can't
starts,
wait to visit you and you can like point out things.
Okay, my fridge is
in
not
your
this
area.
fancy.
No, your fridge is not. I meant just like that. Like now that we're gonna go to a hospital, like the elevator thing was interesting to me because we don't have that here. Like just the little things that are local to you.
Yeah, hopefully you never have to experience a Shabbos elevator. But like so stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna imagine like someone's not going through like the process of like putting their fridge into Shabbos mode or like putting tape over the thing so the fridge just stays off, like the light just stays off. You can still use the fridge; it's still on. You're not turning it off, but you can't be the reason why the light
can't turn it off.
Yeah,
like then your food goes.
But there's like whatever the sensor thing is, like you can just like put tape on it so it never like thinks it was opened.
Okay, because I told you my uncle's converting.
Yeah.
He's almost
Judaism
there.
has a lot. But it's like it's at its core, Shiva is about your community taking care of you.
And I love that. I really admire that about the culture and like everything that I've learned. Like, yeah, of course, some of the rules you're kind of like, this is a little wonky, but like, there's a reason for it, and everything's steeped in history, and that's probably why I admire it so much. But growing up the way that I did, if you consider also like the religious trauma aspect of it, it wasn't really. It was always just pray, God will take care of it, and there was never ever like enough to focus on yourself. It was always focus on your Bible, focus on your like love for God, which always kind of felt weird for me because I'm just like, but what about you as a person? We're here, we're alive, we're doing this. Why aren't we more focused on our community and what we do? Instead, it was always hands out for tithes. So like I'm seeing a lot of differences. And I know there's plenty of Christians that are absolutely wonderful. Please, guys, don't take that way. I just have religious trauma and did not grow up in a great way with that. So, but I do admire like your like a lot of the things that your culture does do, because it's really I think that's great to have it like grow up that way. I think it's helped like maybe it helps people. I don't know. Then again, y'all do have lots of shame.
Yeah, there's a balance.
Yeah.
I'll bring us back into the episode because we just went on a very long tangent about Shiva.
Jewish lessons go that way.
I know.
Okay,
that they do.
I love my Jewish lessons.
We could finally travel as ashes. That's just sad.
That is sad. I guess I can't ask you that question of like which one would you prefer, because I guess you said you guys don't cremate.
We don't. I mean, people.
I want to be cremated. Cremate me.
Yeah, you do. You do whatever you want. I kind of like the idea of like, and it is a form of cremation, which like, because again, I'm not super religious. Yeah. So it's like, at the end of the day, what happens to me is what's comforting for those who are left. And I don't plan on having children, so it is what it is. But there's the one where like you get planted as a tree.
I love that one. But don't you like put like your ashes in the
soil? Yeah.
Yeah,
like in like whatever like soil thing that they put in with the roots, and then it gets planted. Because with Judaism, like it's also I think it works with Judaism because traditionally when someone becomes a bar bat mitzvah, part of the gift that you give is you donate a tree.
That's really cool. I like that. I love that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the evaluations?
I went like, gotta love SEI season, your student evaluation of instructions. You gotta, because like we didn't do that too much when I was in high school or like any other.
We never did that. They didn't care what we had to say.
Like I didn't do it, and we didn't do it until college. And like the different professors, the one year I only had one professor that really like, because I did them anyway. Like, and I was pretty honest, but like I also didn't have super terrible. I don't think I really had a bad experience with any professors. But I had one who was my she was my ancient world history professor, and then I took her elective class the next semester. Looking back on it, I had a crush on her. But just looking back on it,
before you knew,
I mean, at that point, I knew I was bi. But
you're not bi.
Back then, I thought I figured that out.
I'm teasing.
But the second semester I had her, she was like, whichever class has the highest. She bribed us. Any class that had the highest ratio of SCI returns on the last day of class, instead of whatever she originally had planned, she was just gonna get like coffee and donuts so we could just come hang out, or you can just not. Like she basically canceled last day of class, and if you want coffee, come get coffee and then leave. So my class won. And this one I was taking Alexander in the Hellenistic World. So we weren't watching it, but like she put the Alexander the Great movie like with Colin Farrell. It was just on.
Yeah.
And she had basically it was like instead of a day to like talk about the class or whatever, she got a couple boxes of Joe and some donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. You could come in and hand in your paper, get a snack and leave, or you could come in, hand your paper and hang out. Me and like 4 or 5 other students just hung out. And every time anyone would walk in, she'd ask the person, she's like, "Oh, hey, are you taking my class next semester?" All of them are, except for Lauren. It's like, I'm not a history major.
I like her already.
She was fun. We did LARP in my first class. We did LARPing for extra credit.
I want to meet this woman.
Because it was she later made it an actual part of the curriculum, but it was we were
she made LARPing part of the curriculum. I need this history teacher. Credit. Oh my god!
I think you got extra credit if you designed a shield, but it was to demonstrate Greco-Roman warfare.
I'm in love.
We had dowels and PVC pipes. We used as swords.
That's how I grew up. But my uncle would LARP, and so growing up, I would help him make swords, warhammers, you name it, and we would fight in the yard. I grew up like a mega nerd. Like, I don't know. Like, look where we are.
I see this. But yeah, that's my experience with these kinds of evaluations. But I was like, that part of the episode, honestly, I'm like, yep, Louise is milking the crap out of this. And then I was like, so Louise's lesson is that she learns that the teachers are people too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like that we see LeBon's show that she is a good teacher.
The hard-ass ones always do. Like, you realize, like, halfway through the year, the one that's, like, making you write down everything, like, exactly
being
as
an
they say
asshole.
It's because, like, they're making you write it all down because those are the answers.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it for a reason.
What did you end up rating this one?
Got 6s across the board. I gave it an 18.
I love this. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Like, like... We went on so many tangents and barely talked about the episode.
We got into Jewish death customs.
And LARPing.
So I gave plot 10. And character and personal 9s. Mine has a 28.
This is better than there was one episode where you gave it like you were like so scared you're like you gave it like a 20 or a 21 whatever and I jokingly went so I gave this a 30 and you're like oh my god I'm like no I didn't hang on that was just really funny. I gave this an 18.
That's real though.
I was just bored.
I love that episode so much. But I have a fascination with death.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe you have more of a fascination with death. I don't know. And like I don't have as much patience when the lesson is stuff like teachers are people too. That's
fair. My next synopsis is quite short because don't really have to say a lot about this one, to be honest. Like, not a lot happens.
I don't have that many notes on this one.
Yeah, but we have episode 12, Ferry on My Wayward, Bob and Linda. It's Valentine's Day, and Bob and Linda are invited to a nice restaurant by another chef on King's Head Island. They get Jen to babysit and barely make it to the ferry. Only they ended up on the wrong one and are going to the wrong side of the island. They try to find someone to help them to the restaurant and end up getting dirty when they help with some sheep. They catch a ride into town, and Linda insists they deserve to go to dinner, even while a mess. Meanwhile, the kids tried to take advantage of Jen so they can go buy discounted candy down the street. Jen refuses to give in to the kids, and they find out she has invited a boy over. What did you get for the vacant storefront?
Where Do Broken Harps Go? Harp Repair.
A play on the song Where Do Broken Hearts Go by Whitney Houston. Pest control truck.
Beetle Royale.
A play on Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
And your burger of the day?
Don't Dream It's Okra Burger.
Yeah. It's a repeat from Mission Impossible.
Oh, okay.
So it's a repeat.
You thought you were done saying that episode title.
I thought I was. I never am, apparently. So did you pick up on a certain voice?
You're
gonna be so
probably.
mad at yourself.
I watched this episode 2 weeks ago. Almost 2 weeks ago.
So the chef, the guest chef, that's like obsessed with the burger and invites them.
The voice did sound familiar.
Stephanie Beatrice.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
She returned to do this one.
I like that they're bringing her back for other characters and not
they do bring they bring people back for various voices. I just miss Bill Hader, I think.
Yeah.
So the title is a reference to the 1976 song "Carry On My Wayward Song" by the rock band Kansas. Rachel, all our Supernatural fans are happy. Rachel references that Valentine's Day is on Monday. In 2022, the year this episode premiered, Valentine's Day was indeed on a Monday. It was also on a Monday in 2011, the year that the show first aired. The bar where Linda plays hockey in a flashback is the same bar where she first meets Bob, which is she brings up in Sliding Bob's. So she frequented the place. And despite being a Valentine's Day themed episode, it premiered after the holiday rather than before. I have 6 lines.
I have 7.
You're going to go first.
Did they make a Valentine's Day card that's also a condolence card?
That was my first one. You're going to get Little Nick all over that fancy stuff.
What brings you to the mainland? Do Kingshead Island people call this the mainland?
Let's just say nobody died, but one person did.
I just jumped in dress shoes. Has that ever been done?
We wandered away from where we belong, and we're overfed. At least I am.
I had that one. I haven't quite broken in these dress shoes, yes. You've had them 20 years.
I can't believe this is how babies are made.
The vibe is there, but there's also papers, so it's kind of a gray area.
Which one is the thumb again? Oh, right, the unusual one.
Linda, I know about Hockey Queen. You still sometimes make me call you that.
I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
So what do you think of our Valentine's episode?
Not my favorite.
Yeah, this is not as good.
I enjoyed the last one, I think, because this one was like not specific to Valentine's Day. This could have been any day.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I know it was a special thing of the restaurant being open on a Monday because it's Valentine's Day. That's the only reason why it's a Valentine's Day episode. Mm-hmm. And, like, the kids wanting discounted candy, again, them trying to get Jen out of the house is every time Jen babysits. So, like, nothing in this episode is specific to the theming.
Or really all that special. Like, it's themed around love, yeah. But not exactly Valentine's Day. Because, like, I like that last one from last season where we have them turn it, like, doing what they did with the restaurant, which was one of my favorite episodes. I think it's a wonderful way of doing that. And this one, it's, you know, allowing Jen to have her awkward love and Bob and Linda just once again trying to enjoy each other. Get away from the TV! Sorry. I just saw him, like, looking at
Don't apologize to me.
A cat.
Don't apologize to me. You're the one editing this.
Yeah, everyone needs to know that the cat was trying to, like, climb the TV that's mounted to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Cats, man. But yeah, so, like, this one just doesn't feel, like I said, the synopsis was short because nothing really happens. It's the usual shenanigans. The kids are trying to get something out of her. The parents are lost and can't seem to find their way. And I'm sorry. Take me back to the ferry. There's sheep shit on me. Take me back to the ferry.
Like, no restaurant is worth it.
No restaurant would you let you in.
No, especially not one like that. Like, we're going to a restaurant.
One sniff from the hostess, and they'd be like, "Get out."
Yeah, like wherever we're going for my brother's birthday. I have to double check that I'll have clothes for this, because like they have like a fairly strict dress code, which we don't go to restaurants that have a fairly strict dress code very often.
Yeah.
So,
are you excited?
I'm sure I have clothes. I mean, the food will be good. It's apparently one of the best restaurants in the area.
Ooh.
So, but like, I'm not that I am excited. This episode's coming out in like June or July, so it doesn't matter. But less excited that it is the day I get back from a wedding.
Ooh, good luck with that.
And like, to be fair, I said okay when I was asked, but I'm basically checking out of the hotel, driving home, showering, and leaving.
See, after working in restaurants for so long, especially with fine dining, I love going to a nice place like that and actually getting like the wine and dine experience myself, just because I know what it's like to work on the other side of it and how much work goes into it. And it really is about actually creating an experience, not just eating. And that's, I think, why I like.
I'm sure it will be wonderful.
A lot of nicer places.
I'm sure it will be wonderful. The menu looks amazing. Yeah. I just know I'm going to be exhausted.
But then you can enjoy a drink and some yummy food.
Yeah, because I will eventually have to drive home.
You will have to, one drink, no more. Well, we're also not heavy drinkers.
No.
Nah. But,
and I also, honestly, I may not even drink, given the fact that, again, I'm coming from a wedding where I won't be driving, which means I probably will be drinking.
Yeah. So you're going to have so much fun.
I'm going to be so tired.
You'll be okay.
The bride texted me today. She's like, no matter what happens, can you just tell me that my wedding is the most fun you've ever had in your life? I was like, I promise you, as soon as my speech is done, I will genuinely have fun.
She realizes you're a maid of honor, right?
Like, it's my job to lie to her.
I'm just saying, like, maid of honor, that's like the one position in a wedding that you are not having fun. Like, I'm just saying. You're crying because your friend's getting married, and then you're, like, running all over the place to keep her crazy down.
It is my job. But also, it is my job the entire day to lie to her to make her feel better.
Exactly. You're just like,
to be fair,
this is not here for my enjoyment.
Her wedding does prove. I mean, I don't know how this is going to work. She's told me, and I'm sure I've forgotten. There will be owls you can take pictures with. I don't know how that's going to work. She loves owls. They figured out how to do this.
I love her. Damn, I wish I could come.
But I told her, I was like, I promise you that I will just tell you I'm having fun regardless of what's happening, no matter how annoying your mother is. Because I'm feeling glad of that. I do a good job of, like, I think she's got a good bridal party that is set to field her mother.
Look, we got funerals and weddings in this episode.
Right? Exactly. Because she's got me, who is, like, very good at deflecting things for Becca's sake. And then you have the other two who are her sisters-in-law. Yeah, this is no one can listen to this. It's like, we're good at fielding the mother, because I deflect, and the other two just handle.
That's fair. I mean, that's just,
not giving names.
Wedding.
None of them listen to this. None of them know I have a podcast. That's fair. None of them.
Okay, fair. I'm just like, my brain's like racking. I'm like, okay, anyways, moving on.
Like, I'm pretty sure audiobook narrations come up, but I don't think the podcast has ever come up.
That's hilarious. We've been doing this longer than you've been an audiobook narrator.
I don't talk to these people very often. Like, other than Becca.
That's fair. Well, that's what I'm thinking
because
of.
I talk to her.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, no.
She don't care.
She doesn't listen to this.
Like, she's been around longer than me. She gets whatever she wants.
By a lot. She predates you by a lot.
She predates me by a lot. I am not that friend. I came later. She wins over me. Yeah. And I am fully aware of that. Mm-hmm. It's like Chelsea and you.
Exactly. But with the episode, I was like, there are 3 cabs in the whole area. Like, it's just
one island, just felt 3 also cabs.
Neat. It felt needlessly complicated.
Yeah.
Like, which can be fun if they don't. There's a case of like, if you have like a wacky episode every once in a while where stuff is like, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. That's cool. Much like you're annoyed at once for constantly using realm jumping. Sometimes these episodes are needlessly complicated for the sake of plot. And it's just,
but
sometimes
it is
it's funny
adult animation.
And sometimes it's funny and sometimes it isn't. And this is a case of where I just found it annoying and not funny.
Yeah, I don't find it very funny. And then, like, I'm not really interested in Jen's love story either. I'm more interested in, like, how can we find more shenanigans of them actually getting their candy? But then the candy is forgotten as soon as they realize that Jen's into the guy. And I'm just like, no, go get the candy. We should be convincing him to go get the candy. Like, give me the shenanigans. But we didn't get it because everything was so focused on that. And I love knowing more of Bob and Linda's love story, as I think we all do. But at the same time, I can't get over that they are walking into a fucking nice restaurant covered in shit and dirt. I can't.
I'm still thinking about the fact that his personal revelation was just because of sheep.
Yeah, same.
Like, that's it.
Why?
That's all that it took.
That's all that it took. It is Bob.
Yeah. So it's just, this episode is like one thing I wrote down in this one is, wow, both episodes this week are kind of dumb. I know you like the other one.
That's okay.
But
I was like, wait a minute, I like the other one.
I know you like the other one, but I was just like, it's like, it's when I'm willing to walk around while the episode's still going and like go about my day, it's getting a low score.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
this episode was
true.
going, and I was, like, getting dressed.
Damn, that's bad.
Like, I left the room while the episode was still playing and came back, and I was
Lauren!
fine. I didn't leave for very long.
Damn.
But, like...
And I pay attention?
Here's the thing, though. I don't have to pay attention to Bob's. I think it's... If I miss 30 seconds, it's rare if that was, like, a very important 30 seconds.
It makes me see why our lines tend to be different.
I don't often leave the room.
Lauren's lied to me this whole time.
Yes. This has been an elaborate ruse for 3 years. I've never actually watched an episode of Bob's Burgers. It's why we always go off on tangents. I pick off a couple of things you mentioned in the synopsis and like, yes, a topic I can talk about. That's clearly what I've been doing this entire time.
As long as you could just always angrily talk about Fortnite, you're good.
Yes. But, this has been the elaborate ruse. I have secretly been going to the wiki for the burger puns.
She's done it all, y'all. Time. That is like the biggest ruse I've ever seen.
Honestly, I played the long game, In the words of Russell Sullivan, I play a very long game. What did you say?
No. I said that's what you gotta do to get me. You gotta play the long game.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had done that, like...
Can you imagine?
It would take a very smart, manipulative person to even think to do that.
You are a ginger.
Yeah, but I'm not that smart.
No, because we share a brain cell.
Exactly. So, no, if I had thought of that, you think I would have thought of this 3 years in?
Like, I just started doing it, actually. I could just know what a Bob's episode is if I watch the first 5 minutes.
I mean, sometimes
that's
all you need.
Sometimes that's all you need. But yeah, this one is, I have to admit, I agree. This one was boring. Like, I guess it's okay that we went on a Jewish lesson talk, because this one
it made the episode the right length.
It did. And I was all worried. I was like, shit, this is going to be long. No, it's not.
We went on funerals, we went on weddings, we went on Jesus. Sorry, I got a text message.
Oh, no, I did talk about Jesus for a second, technically.
We talked about Jesus, and we
religious
talked
trauma
about the inner machinations of Lauren's, criminal mastermind situation. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I'm so happy I met you.
Sorry, the text messages I'm getting, I'll tell you afterwards, but it is apropos to our entire conversation.
Are you serious?
What did I say about Jews ruminating on death? What did I say?
Oh, I just said, what funeral are we going to?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, no.
Conversation for the car.
2 funerals and a wedding, right? Oh, God, not 2 funerals. Never mind. Let me take that back. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What did I say? I made another Death Becomes a reference because I said something like maybe April 10th, maybe another day. Because it was April 10th.
That's hilarious.
And
it's 420 right now. I know what I'm doing after this.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I actually just texted. I was like, how busy do you think Taco Bell is going to be today? Of course, the other person's like, maybe not till like 11 or 12. And I'm like, oh, no. Taco Bell busy.
Mm-hmm.
All the restaurants are busy. Like, fast food is busy right now.
Yep. I imagine so.
What did you rate this one?
It got 7s for plot and character. Like I said, it was fine. It wasn't, anything. I left the room, which is why it gets a 5 for personal, so I got a 19.
I gave it 7s across the board, so it's a 21. Damn, a 5
Fair
for
enough.
Personal is insane.
If I leave the room, like, here's the thing: if I leave the room, that's saying something.
If you've missed portions of it,
yeah,
maybe don't rate it too high.
Exactly. So, and I'm getting, it took 3 years. I'm getting a little more lenient with my lower scores, like how I rated, those once episodes the other, like a couple of weeks ago, where I was like, you know what? For how much I hated this episode and it ruined my birthday, it gets a 0. It was like in the end of the episode, I was like, fuck the 18, it gets a 0.
Yeah, I remember that. You're like, I'm changing it now.
I'm mad.
I just had that moment of like, wait, we can do that?
We can. There's no rules here. I
do whatever
the law we're talking. Want. I've changed
Yeah.
scores while we're talking.
I mean, like,
So,
wait a
like-
minute. Maybe I felt differently about this and I didn't realize it until I actually voiced my feelings.
Exactly. You know, we write the rules. It's our podcast, our spreadsheet. No one cares.
It's our therapy.
It is. It is our therapy. Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Once Upon a Time, episode 611, Tougher Than the Rest. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and Blue Sky. And if you'd like to join our Patreon, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Katie and Lauren and edited by Katie.